Hey everyone, today's video is brought to you by Ubisoft. My team and I were given the amazing opportunity to go to Ubisoft Montpellier and play their upcoming title, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. We'll be showing more of the team and my interviews with creative heads in a different video, but this one will focus exclusively on my hands-on experience with this game. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy. The Prince of Persia has been kidnapped. Sounds crazy, no? Maybe a little counterintuitive even. But Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, a new take on the storied Prince of Persia franchise, is all about reinvention. Rather than play as the eponymous prince, players take control of Sargon the Immortal as he explores the sacred Mount Kaf, the heart of Persia, on a rescue mission to save the titular prince. Sargon is not alone on his quest. As an immortal, he is one of 7 super powerful warriors who've been blessed with extraordinary abilities. Using these powers and his exceptional weapon skills, I battled ferocious monsters, explored several distinct biomes, and platformed my way through countless treacherous traps. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is a 2D action adventurer, a true Metroidvania, and a return to the roots of the series. Alright, so the demo I played, Sargon is thrown quickly into the action, in which I had to learn to slide, dash, and wall jump my way into brand new areas, hitting switches, and manipulating platforms. Moving past spiked logs and spinning blades is a Prince of Persia staple, so longtime fans will appreciate that. That makes a return here too. Many of the puzzles have a magical or time manipulation element as well, and that's where Sargon's other abilities come into play. Sargon has the agility and parkour skills of other Prince of Persia protagonists, and the blend of tight controls, platforming, and exploration is a direct callback to the original Prince of Persia game, even from 1989. Sargon is a strong and agile fighter, who the game's director describes as having the grace and energy of a caged tiger. He is impetuous and wields 2 blades, which have context-sensitive attacks depending on whether you are in the air, crouching, or performing several slashes in a row for a multi-hit combo. Sargon sports a very satisfying parry, which can be used on specifically telegraphed enemy attacks. He also has a few ranged attacks to make short work of foes from afar. With a tap of a button, I could shoot arrows in any direction for a quick hit of damage. By holding down that same button, I could throw a strong bouncing chakra type disc thingy that had all kinds of cool combo potential. By mixing up melee strikes with ranged attacks, Sargon and I were able to clean up the dangerous enemies that suddenly appeared on the sacred mountain. Sargon's suite of movement options is further rounded out with a dashing slide, putting you out of enemy range and setting yourself up for counterattacks all over the place. The slide is perfect for going under low ceilings and slipping into secret areas. You can also do an air dash, which is perfect for making it across large gaps and other platforming challenges. But believe it or not, that's not the end of Sargon's extensive moveset. This guy has a freaking meter. It charges with successful combo strikes, allowing Sargon to unleash either a defensive or offensive ultimate in the end. And from a later gameplay session that I sadly was not able to record, I learned that you can unlock and swap out more ultimates at different save points, so Sargon can be tailored to your preferred playstyle. Sargon has a core set of skills and moves, but there is plenty of room for player expression. So in the game, you come across magical trees that acted as healing checkpoints, and there I could refill my arrow quivers. Also at these checkpoints, I could equip different amulets, allowing my playstyle to change wildly, and I experimented with several different combinations. One amulet turned Sargon's 3-hit combo into a 4-hit flurry. Another one allowed his charged ranged attack to gain burst damage. Experimenting with amulets is going to be an important part of this game for sure. Now, personally speaking, I went hard on the offensive side, extending my combos and giving myself damage buffs. Cameron went with the triple arrow shot, despite its steep amulet cost. And Michael leaned into everything related to Sargon's time freezing teleport. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there is a time freezing teleport. It's awesome. Sargon can freeze a version of himself at any given moment and snap back to that spot with the tap of a button. This skill is necessary for certain puzzles and can be supercharged when messing with amulets, allowing you to chain a laser when you warp or cause a concussive blast to erase your frozen echo. I was able to use almost every amulet during my play session, and each combination feels substantially different. The developers mentioned to us that we can expect approximately 40 different amulets available when the game ships in January of next year. In the latter half of the day, a helpful developer even showcased some advanced techniques to me, and sadly, I couldn't record those. Things like using your freeze in tandem with your charged range attack, so you can reflect your own chakra with sword strikes. You can also charge a strike only to freeze it, then rewind time back to that moment to attack quickly for 2 attacks in a row. You can also build meter more quickly by air juggling enemies. All of these abilities work together to keep combat and traversal feeling very unique throughout your adventure. There were weaker enemies with basic easy to parry attacks, spear wielding foes with shields that I had to work around, flying enemies, even stronger enemy types that if I talked too much about will get me in trouble with Ubisoft's legal team. There are all sorts of fantastical creatures as well, inspired by ancient Persian folklore, and a slew of bosses and mini bosses that pushed my skill to its direct limits. So at the end of the first gameplay section was a massive boss battle against a manticore-like creature. It had several different attack patterns, and the battle had multiple phases to overcome. I had to use every trick in the book to parry and dodge these attacks, as I definitely charged up and utilized my ultimates, and was rewarded with a fun cinematic cutscene. This fight was awesome, and I was fortunate enough to play through the demo more than once to experience what it felt like with a different set of amulets and a better mastery of my skills. No matter what I had equipped, I was able to defeat the boss and got quicker with each subsequent run. Battling this massive monster was not the only chance I had to flex Sargon'S skills. In some of the footage that I unfortunately can't show, I fought a secret mini-boss, and to even find them, I had to explore the map completely and uncover hidden entrances to their locations. Exploration is everything in the Lost Crown and rewards players for their efforts. This hidden fight forced me into a battle against a mirror version of myself, with all the same skills that I had been mastering up to that point. Vanquishing this foe netted me an incredible ultimate attack, a gigantic overhead strike which gave me great vertical range. All told, I played this build of Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown for about 3 hours. For the first 45 minutes is what you've been seeing on screen this entire time. The rest of the demo was spent in several late game locations. One featured a challenging platforming section where I had to be completely aware of all of my traversal abilities and powers. Another offered a mix of combat and exploration where I fought several different enemies and found countless secrets. There's going to be a wide variety of gameplay in Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I didn't get to see much of the story play out, but what I did see promised a wide, diverse cast of characters. Now, I don't know if you guys could tell so far, but the visual and animation effects are clearly influenced by anime, superheroes, and even fighting games. This is a Prince of Persia game that revels in style and flair. Most importantly, this game is being released on all platforms and was developed with the Nintendo Switch in mind. It runs buttery smooth at a locked 60 FPS, even in handheld mode too. Don't worry, we made sure to check. Now look, if it sounds like I'm hype on this game, it's because I genuinely am. This is the dawn of a new chapter of the Prince of Persia franchise, but one that takes its legacy seriously. As a man who is very obsessed with Metroidvanias, this was one of the biggest surprises I walked into that I walked away going, I cannot wait to play more. I can't wait to see the final product that Ubisoft Montpellier delivers when Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown comes out in January 18th of 2024. Once again, thank you to Ubisoft and the entire Montpellier team for letting me and my crew play an early version of this game. Thanks for watching, and if you want to learn more about the game, you can click the links in the box down below, including a link to the trailer. See you guys later, and stay tuned for a future video featuring interviews with the developers themselves. Thanks for watching.